I think that's good. Um, hey everyone, I'm here to talk about AEW Dynamite that happened July 12th, which is a Wednesday. It's Wednesday, you know what that means. AEW is from Saskatoon, Canada. And I thought I was going to start with Orange Cassidy because it always starts with Orange Cassidy. But they have Chris Jericho come out instead versus some luchador named Komander with a K. That's always good to have it with a K. Yeah, Mortal Kombat should fucking sue him. Komander had some weird ass theme song, and they kept hyping up like on the graphics that Nick Wayne, as it was his first fight ever after signing his contract as a 18-year-old or whatever. But he looked all high. He looked like this, like he just looked high on his graphic. But that Komander, all he does is like walk on the ropes like a fucking a tightrope walker, you know? Like I've seen those ones that do that weird hip jumps and shit. That's all he kept doing. And there was a botch where they messed up a moonsault, and then Jericho missed the code breaker spot, and then he jumps down from the top rope. Jericho gets him in the lion tamer. Looked good, and Jericho wins. And Don Callis comes out looking like an evil villain. They're booing him, and he's trying to get Jericho to join his team or something. I don't know. The Legion of Doom. I don't fucking know. Man, they keep trying to push Jungle Boy Jack Perry as a heel, and I'm like, this dude's like a kid. Like he's too small and tiny, and every week they have like, what's his name, Hook, because he stabbed Hook in the back at Forbidden Door. So Hook is like chasing him every week, like the fucking Coyote and the Roadrunner and shit. And it's already been 3 weeks of just like running from Hook. That's it, And then last week they had a vignette of MJF and Adam Cole doing bro stuff, like lifting weights and stuff, and making fun of a fat guy and Tony Schiavone. This week, they are like in a bar, and they see 4 women there that walk by them, and they're like, "Hey," and MJF's like, "Hey, muchacho, my math is right. 2 for me and 2 for you." And Adam Cole's like, "Man, I have my girl Britt Baker. I don't need him." And he's like, 4 more for me then. And then it cuts to where MJF just shows up zipping up his pants. Like did he? it's implying that he just fucked 4 girls. Fucked 4 women or whatever. And then MJF's like, "Oh, come on, wear our shirt." And he's like, "I'll wear the shirt under one condition." And so they end up going into the hotel room and playing AEW Fight Forever, which I mean, it's such a cheap way to do an ad spot. But at the same time, I could see Adam Cole wanting to play that video game because he's just super geeky into video games now. Not that I'm not, but he is, because he doesn't care about working his body out. He just cares about playing video games. And it's funny how MJF's actually having fun, and Adam Cole's like, "Have you never played a multiplayer game?" And then MJF's like, "Well, you have to have friends to play multiplayer games." And then it ends up being like sad, and they just play together or whatever. Darby Allin comes out with his Bendy and the Ink Machine intro, and Orange Cassidy comes out with his Orange Cassidy intro. He was gonna end up being in a match on Wednesday, because he's always gonna have a match. Like he's always on the card for everything. Orange Cassidy. Sammy Guevara has his poor ass looking DBZ Mexican cheap ass video intro, partnering with Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia is doing some weird ass dance, and I keep looking at all these people in the ring. I probably weigh more than all 4 of these individuals in the ring. and then Garcia and Cassidy are trading pin attempts. They try to pin each other like 20 times in a row. Sammy missed a shooting star that looked nasty, like he landed right on his fucking abs. Some black dude came in to tell Daniel Garcia to use the skateboard to win, distracted the ref, and Swerve Strickland hit Darby Allin with a knee. Sammy Guevara hit his finishing move, and then they win. Guevara and Garcia win the tag team bout to go on to, I think, face the winner of MJF, Adam Cole, Big Bob, and Shiny Steve. I forget what the names are. But Sammy shakes hands with Darby out of respect. And then a Nick Wayne vignette where he just looks like he's high as fuck. He's always like, oh yeah, my dad used to be a wrestler. They say here MJF might be sick, but they end up doing the match, him and Adam Cole versus Big Bill and Brian Cage. Big Bill and Brian Cage look like fucking bad guys from Ninja Turtles. I don't know. It's like they should win this bout, but they don't. Spoiler alert. This angle of them being buddies, MJF and Adam Cole, kind of reminds me. It's giving me Sami Zayn and the Usos vibes, you know, where they're gonna have like this. Oh, they get so close, but then something tears them apart. And I did see that with what's his name watching them. Who was it? Roderick Strong was kind of getting jealous after the match. But MJF trying to body slam that Big Bill. Adam Cole's doing push-ups. Finally, Big Bill hits MJF. They start the match. And then I'm seeing the commercials for the Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon. And I'm like, why the fuck is this so popular? The Big Bang Theory. It's so fucking stupid of a show. God, I hate the Big Bang Theory. And how much money those people made off of that show. It's ridiculous. Big Bill looks like a roided up street shark. And MJF and Adam Cole win. So now it's them versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia for a chance at the belts. And again, they show a little hint that Roderick Strong with his neck fucked up from Samoa Joe. Right? Did Samoa Joe fuck him up? Yeah. He is watching the TV like, oh, he's kind of jealous of Adam Cole being friends with MJF. Jake Hagar, who I don't know if you forget about him with his purple hat, he asked Jericho if he was disbanding the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho's unsure because of Don Callis or whatever. So Jake gave up his purple hat, and now the crowd is sad because he doesn't wear his purple hat because he really likes his purple hat. Always tweeting about it. Owen Hart Tournament, Ruby Soho versus Skye Blue. Skye Blue's ass is so fucking nice. Her ass is so, like, that's a perfect ass, Skye Blue. Ruby Soho is a really cute looking boy. A very cute green haired boy. Work at the movie theater. She has a degree in liberal arts. The referee threw out the Outcasts, which is Soraya and what's the other one? It's not Jamie Hayter. Is it Jamie Hayter? Tony Storm. And it's not that I don't. There's just so many names. But Tony Storm's pretty fucking hot too. But Soraya, I don't know why she's there. She's just getting a paycheck at this point. And they're kind of dumb. Like, but whatever. I right here, I cannot stop staring at Skye Blue's ass. It is a very nice ass. Ruby Soho wins. God, Skye Blue is so hot. If this was an ass contest, she would have won. And then those angles the camera kept getting of her with her like perfect ass. Harley Cameron does a rap song, and it's pretty well produced of a video. It was very weird. I mean, she's hot, but it was still really weird. Is very oddly placed. I don't know, whatever. And then Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne in his debut. They labeled him an 18-year-old pro wrestling prodigy. His father was Buddy Wayne. And his move is kind of like the Cody Cutter, but it's called Wayne's World. Okay, that's a special move. But Swerve Strickland wins, and I'm glad he won because I was like, is he gonna get this guy over? Swerve Strickland hasn't been winning at all. I feel like he's been losing all the time. Don Callis comes out and is hating on Kenny Omega and is gonna announce the final member of the BCC team for Blood and Guts. Kenny comes out, and then Moxley, Takashika or whatever, and who the last member is the bastard Pac. And I guess that was a big surprise, or a decent surprise. The crowd didn't seem to matter. Anyway, Pac gets on the mic. He says he's the fifth member for the BCC. They put Omega's neck in a chair. They have a microphone on him, and Omega's like, "Look at the screen, and you'll know who our fifth member is for the Elite." And it's Kota Ibushi. And I didn't know who that was. I had to ask my buddy Retro Horink. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's a pretty big deal, man." And I was like, "Well, didn't they just have Forbidden Door?" He's like, "Nah, he didn't really fuck with NJPW. Like he was probably under contract, but didn't do that. But yeah, he's a big deal. He's a pretty big deal. So this is a big deal. Now they're called the Golden Elite, and the Bucks and Hangman come out to save the day, and that's it. That's AEW Dynamite. I don't know. I know I've seen a match with Kodu Habayashi. I think my buddy showed me a match between him and Shinsuke or something, and it was really good. I hate how WWE's doing Shinsuke. From what I've seen, he's worth way more than what they do with him. But yeah, that's AEW Dynamite. If you want to see any more, like, subscribe, rate, review, share, leave your comments. I'm definitely gonna watch Rampage and definitely gonna watch Collision and talk about it, because I've been doing Collision and it's like, well, I might as well do fucking Rampage and Dynamite also. Like, I might as well just do AEW because I actually kind of watched their episodes, But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and take care. Bye.